Hey guys, Stephanie Arnold here, in the car, headed on my way to Cheyenne for a keto party tonight. And it is so rare that I'm in my car by myself, so I figured I'm going to use this time to record this video that I've been thinking about in my head for the last 3 weeks now, and I just need to get it out of my body. So here you go. You are going to get the 3 top mistakes, because there's so many, but the 3 mistakes that I made building a business on social media. And I'm going to be real with you, share with you those mistakes in hopes that you will not make the same. Or if you find yourself in the middle of those mistakes, that you will learn from them now and not take as long as I did. So you can move further faster is really my goal here in your business. So if you don't know about me, I started using Facebook right when it opened, right? What was that, 2006 or something? And then really got bored with it after a while, moved to Instagram, was hardly doing anything on Facebook. And then I decided to open a business with a network marketing company, and everybody was like, do it on Facebook, that's what everybody's doing. So I went on Facebook and started using Facebook again. So now almost 5 years later, I've built a network marketing business almost solely through social media, and Facebook specifically. I'm learning Instagram now, but for the most part it's been Facebook. So that being said, there's 3 mistakes that I made, and I'm going to share them with you to help you grow your business further, faster. All right. So first one is that I tried to talk to everyone. And when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one, right? So what I mean by that is that I was told, it's common sense. When you join a network marketing company, you start a business of any kind, really. You need to grow your network, right? You need to continue expanding people, because if you don't constantly try to add new people to your network, you're going to run out of people to talk to, and then what do you do? So I was told early on to start adding people to my network. When you're building on Facebook, that means adding Facebook friends. So to get started, I would go to, I 100% do this a million times, to my best friend's Facebook page, go to that tab that says friends, and I would go and look at maybe friends you have in common, or people you might know. I think there's a tab there, or there used to be, people you might know, and it would list a bunch of people that I had mutual friends with. So it would say Sarah Stevens, 6 mutual friends. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I add her as a friend, she'll probably say yes, because we've got mutual friends. So I would literally do that for everyone that had more than one friend in common with me, which felt really great, because I'd get a bunch of accepted friend requests. But I was adding everyone that was a female, essentially. That was the requirement to be my Facebook friend. And it worked. I was able to start a business and get a business going with that. But what's frustrating, looking backwards at it, is that it was not, it was throwing spaghetti at the wall. And I don't recommend it. What I recommend and teach my team now is to look for people that you have stuff in common with, right? Now I date people on social media, essentially, right? I'm in a very committed, happy, faithful marriage. But I date other women on social media in the sense that I'm looking for the woman who's like me, because we're gonna be able to relate to each other, and we could be friends in real life. And that's who I want to hang out with, right? As a business owner, that's who I want to do business with. I want to do business with people who get me, who like me, who don't understand sports or care about sports like I do, people who love to shop at Target and love Amazon Prime, people who most likely have kids and understand what life is like when you don't get to sleep. Those are my people. And so now I look for those on Facebook, and those are the people that I try to connect with and build relationships with. So that is a big mistake that I made early on, was just trying to talk to everyone, because it took twice as long to build a business, because I wasn't building relationships. I was just trying to get in numbers, if that makes sense. So that was the first mistake. Second mistake was tied to that, is that I set a goal very early on to max out my Facebook friends list. I saw people that were successful in my business that got to write something cool on their banner photo. I don't even think we had those when we got started, but they would write it on their profile page somewhere, oh, I'm maxed out on friends, connect with me on my business page. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. How do I get maxed out on Facebook friends? How many Facebook friends is that? And I made this my goal. I was like, I'm gonna be that freaking cool that you can't even request me. You can't even ask to be my friend. I'm gonna be that cool. And so I set that as a goal, and I don't recommend that as a goal at all, because I hit it about 1.5 years ago, I guess almost 2 years ago now, And I felt really proud, really freaking proud. But then I stopped adding people to my network. I stopped sending friend requests because I couldn't accept any new friends. So I stopped adding people to my network and stopped getting in front of new people. And so I wasn't growing my network. And what stinks, which you don't think about, is that when you have the max of Facebook friends, I would love to say that. Like, it was such an ego thing. I would literally find ways to add that into the conversation. Like, oh, you can't send me a friend request, but slide into my inbox. Oh, because I don't have enough. I have too many Facebook friends. I got so much pride out of saying that. It's so dumb looking backwards. Like, it's not something I recommend to anyone. Because now it's a pain in the butt. When I do want to add someone as a friend, I have to go in and delete people, right? So, that being said, every day that I log into my Facebook page and see that number, it's very rarely at 5,000. It's usually at 4,998, 4,997, 4,996. In which, tricks my brain because it tells me people are choosing to unfriend me, and it makes me, that doesn't make you feel good, right? And so I'm learning to let that go. And they're just not my people, and it's okay. And I need them to go so I can find new people, so it works. But watching those people go has been frustrating. And then it leads me to my third mistake that I made, is that now I have to go in as part of my daily, we call it DMO, your daily method of operations, things that I do every day, essentially, in my business, is now one of the things I have to go in and do is go into Facebook and intentionally go and remove 5 to 10 friends a day so I can add new ones, right? And that sucks and I hate it. But it leads me to the third mistake that I made, because I'll go to look at somebody's Facebook page to see if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna unfriend them or not. Have we ever talked? Did I, was this somebody that I just sent a friend request to and then we never talked ever in years? Because that's a waste, Stephanie. Why did you do that? And so I'll go in and look at the message history to see, oh wait, this person, has bought product from me before, or this is actually a friend from so-and-so, and I want to keep this friend, or if this person, told me they weren't interested and told me to jump off a cliff, so I should probably unfriend them anyway. So, but going through, I'm having to reread these messages that I've been sending and conversations that I've had, and I want to just go back in time and just hug myself. I just want to hug that girl that was so eager and excited to launch a business and to be successful and to help other women. I was so eager. I would say the weirdest things. Oh my gosh. Every time I find a really good one, I screenshot them now and share them on my Insta, because it's embarrassing, but it's funny and I have to laugh about it now because my intentions were good. And I get a ton of those messages now in my inbox, probably 10 to 15 a month, from other women in network marketing. And what it is it's scripts, right? There are scripts. And it's a, hey, thanks for adding me on Facebook. Looks like, this is one that I used to send all the time. Looks like we have a lot in common. I look forward to seeing you on my newsfeed. Had I even looked at their freaking profile picture? No, I had not. Don't even know what their profile looked like, if they had kids, if we really had anything in common. I would just send that message to everyone who accepted my friend request. I've memorized it because I sent it for so freaking long. And then if they responded back, I would have a conversation where I would casually mention how I'm in XYZ business and that I love to help women for a living. Do you have any health problems? And I would just go straight into a sales pitch and ugh. It doesn't feel good anywhere you go, right? So, sorry, I'm gonna adjust this error here, I'm dying. But anyhow, so using scripts I feel really hurt me. And what's interesting is I wanted to touch on that because that's the number one thing that people ask me for when they join our team is my scripts and what I use. And I don't like to give them away. And at first I thought I was just being hoardy and oh, these work for me, they're not gonna work for you, and I don't want to share them with you. I thought that was the energy behind it. And then I realized it's not, because they're my words, right? The things that I say, the way that I say them is completely different than something that you would say, or how you would say it, or who you would say it to. And so what was neat is that in the beginning of my business, someone handed me scripts that said, here, say this, and then when someone comes at you and says X, Y, or Z, you need to go and respond this way. If they say, oh, that's too expensive, okay, you say this. If they say, I don't have the time, you say this. If they say, I don't want to ever talk to you again, you say this, right? And I had a script for everything. And when I look backwards, and I'm glad that I did that experience, because I had no prior sales experience, so it kind of gave me that lens to look through things, but it gave me confidence to actually send messages and reach out to people, knowing that I don't have to know what to say. I have the answers. And like, I know no matter what they come back with, I've got something to respond to that with. So it gave me courage and bravery to like step in and message people where I might not have had I not know what to say. And what's really cool, and what I recommend, that's a way that when I do things now, and I recommend anyone trying to share a message on social media, is that don't be the expert. Like, don't try to have all the answers. Like, it's okay not to have the answers. You look human when you don't have all the answers. You don't look like a sales robot, right? You're an actual, like, real life human being that understands people and relationships. And so what I encourage when I teach our team now is that, you know, if someone comes at you and that they have a question that you don't know the answer, admit it. Be like, you know, that's a really great question. I haven't heard that one yet, but I know somebody that knows the answer. So hold on for a minute and let me introduce you. And we call it like a three-way connection, or just like connecting somebody to whether it's a resource or it's another person in our community that can answer that question. And what's so cool about that is it adds another person into the conversation. So it just went from like two people talking to now like three people like being able to like connect in a conversation, and it just feels real. And you don't feel sold. You don't feel gross as the person who's trying to build relationships and maybe a sale. Like, you don't have to feel weird, and it feels so much better that way. So putting that kind of energy behind it has been huge. And I had to like recognize that, like, I'm not mad at the way that I started my business, but I definitely burned a lot of bridges because I would say stupid stuff that was not my words. And so I want to just give you that. I want to share that with you. It was a mistake that I made that I learned from. Now I understand how to do it better, and now I'm trying to teach that to our team too. So there's that. Not trying, I am. There's that. So those are the 3 mistakes that I made on social media that I want to help you not to make, right? Don't max out your Facebook friends. Don't make that a goal. What was the second one? That was the second one. The first one was don't talk to everyone, right? Find your people and love them hard. And the third one is don't use scripts. Don't be so stuck to those scripts. What you can do is notice as you start talking to people, things that you say a lot, right? When I talk about like the benefits of ketones, I say a lot that, you know, I sleep like a husband now. I have Energizer Bunny energy. I've got the focus of Khaleesi, and I'm like a cheerleader. I've got a mood like a cheerleader. Like, I say those kind of things a lot. That's how I talk, right? It's not weird. If it's weird for you to use an illustration of the focus of the mother of dragons, then don't use that analogy. You sound like a weirdo, right? So anyhow, that's where I'm at. I'm done with my rant. But thank you. I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you can learn from mistakes that I've made in the past to go further, faster in your own business. And if there's anything else that I can do for you, please reach out. I'm here to help women crush network marketing in a market and in a culture that's like telling us that it's weird and gross and we're not okay to do it anymore. So I want you to know that you can. You don't have to feel gross about it. You can do it your way and make it awesome. So I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you later.